Hi, Jen Gilchrist here, and I am happy to be doing this short Facebook Live topic on how to move through procrastination and get into action. I know for myself, for peers, entrepreneurs, my clients, that this is something that we have to deal with from time to time, is hitting that resistance, or oftentimes how it will manifest is in procrastination on something that you are trying to get done or wanting to get done. And it's also been coming up a lot in the weekly angel card readings that I do for the community. And so I wanted to address this and give you some ideas and some ways that you can look at moving through this procrastination and taking some action. So say hello whether you're live or on the replay. Sometimes I can see comments, sometimes I can't, but I will go back and respond to things if I don't see them live. So first off, I want to talk about, first of all, can you relate to this? Say hello if you are here, and, is there something particular that you are hitting procrastination with? You can kind of use this as workshopping your own self and getting through that and hopefully taking action. I'd love to hear how that goes for you. Hey, Mandy, great to see you. Thanks for joining. So the first thing I just want to talk about a little bit is procrastination. Underneath it, the root is fear, right? It's kind of like fear and love. That gets really general, but you want to look at the fear and how sometimes it can affect us in not taking action if it's manifesting in procrastination. This can also be for overwhelm. You can kind of apply this idea that I'm going to share today for other areas and ways that it may manifest. But looking at the cognitive dissonance, right? So looking at when your conscious mind and your subconscious mind kind of are at odds with each other. This can sometimes be part of the issue. We're going to go through 4 little steps and an exercise at the end to support you. But the first thing is to recognize is knowing, first of all, if you're in alignment, if this is truly in alignment. Now, this is most of the time I feel like we are, but sometimes this is a good place to check. Sometimes we can have goals or ideas or things we're working on or that we think we should do, and the procrastination is actually trying to redirect us. So I suggest stopping in and checking in with, first of all, is this in alignment? Is it truly what your heart desires? Is this really the best next step for you to take in your business or as your project or whatever it is? And making sure there doesn't need to be a little shift in how you're doing it, right? And so that is always the first step, is just kind of tuning back in, dropping in, and making sure that that is truly what it is, and really opening up to your intuitive guidance and your spiritual support team, as I like to do, and really contemplate and kind of tune into that. It doesn't have to take long, but sometimes we think that it's aligned, but really that we're kind of hitting this stuck energy because we're trying to be redirected. Our higher self is trying to say, hey, wait, maybe it needs a little bit of an alignment shift. So I suggest just starting there and making sure that that's the case. Usually, I think most of the time it is. I find most of the stickiness happens around 2 and 3. So the second thing you want to look at is your mindset. And this is a big one. And this is kind of going back to that cognitive dissonance, like when you want something or when you're trying to manifest something. And this is why law of attraction doesn't work just to affirm over a faulty foundation, right? Is you want to really look at what is it that you truly believe? Do you believe it's possible? Do you believe it's going to be hard? Do you believe you're going to have to sacrifice something? So for instance, if you want to, expand your coaching business or make more money or do this thing, whatever it is, right? The next project that you're working on, do you believe somewhere that it's possible, or do you believe it's not possible? Do you find it, maybe there's something around the mindset, and this is usually a big piece, and this is one of the tools that we'll work with in terms of shifting that in your mindset, but also energetically in your body, so you can take action. So you want to look at that, because that's important. It's important to have ourselves fully aligned in our mental space and in our higher self space and in our personality space. Like, everything needs to be on board with it. Otherwise, we're going to kind of be struggling and hitting resistance, or we might do it and then not get the results, right? That happens too. So that alignment piece is really important, and then the mindset piece, like, do you believe it's possible? And so really you kind of spend even just sometimes just 5 minutes, what am I procrastinating for? Like, is there something that I feel like this is going to be sacrificing for me or not going to work? Hey, Norma Jean, and really kind of address those things. Sometimes just writing out the fear or whatever's going on around that, it might seem kind of silly. It might seem like something you've already worked and done a lot of work on, but it takes a little bit to rewire the brain, right? And the more that we get on board with our higher self and our personality, human self, all on the same page in our unconscious and conscious mind, it's so much easier. Things just flow. And so spending that time is really important. And then the next thing is you're going to be able to step into the energy. The third step is to pay attention to energetically, are you vibrating at certainty, right? You kind of want to get yourself that space of certainty, of clarity, of excitement for what it is you're actually doing, right? Kind of, you can dip into your why, is sometimes helpful for this, but mostly it's going to be about when you know you're going to be aligned, when you're in that certainty, you're in that energy field, you're excited, you're back like, okay, right there, sometimes you can have enough of a shift to take action. Because the next step, the fourth step, is obviously taking action from that aligned and certain space. When you're in that space, that's when you kind of get on fire and your creativity gets going. And even though you may not have the big picture figured out, that one or two steps at a time, you kind of just like the momentum going at that point. You've moved through that stagnancy, right? So say hello and let me know what you're if there's something particular you're procrastinating on. We're going to do a little exercise in a minute. Because what I find is most people kind of get stuck. Usually they're pretty aligned with their vision, you know, and it's usually more between some kind of mindset or energetically embodying that can happen, right? Whatever that is that you're creating, or that you're going to be happy with it, right? It's not going to take from you in some way. I find that's interesting. Like the interesting thing about having your foot on the pedal and the brake, like with expanding money, more clients, doing this project, like, oh, but I'm already tired. I'm already exhausted. I don't know. Do I really want that? It's like you do, but you don't, right? You don't, because you believe that that's going to be taking from you more energy, more responsibility, or whatever it is. That's just an example. So we really need to get that kind of straightened out, and it doesn't have to take long. This exercise can take 5 minutes. It can be used on any emotion, and really for other things too. I use the TLC body meditation for a lot of things, but I'm going to walk you through this together as an exercise. So if you have something you're procrastinating on, or some feeling of overwhelm or just stagnancy, you can pick what that is, and we'll use that in this quick guided meditation. So let me know if that's making sense for you too. I see a couple of you guys are here, but it's hard to see comments. Sometimes I should get on my phone just to make sure the laptop is showing me, but I will come back to them if you make a comment that I don't see. So go ahead and let's close our eyes. And I'm going to walk you through this short meditation I had myself. I use this all the time, and I've had many clients say it's a staple they go back to. You can even do it at work. You can go to the bathroom and just kind of recenter. It's a very cool, quick meditation. So I'm going to go ahead and close your eyes and have whatever it is in mind that you want to be working through. And if you don't know, sometimes it can just show up as a pain in your body. So that's fine too. If you just want to walk through the exercise, I'm just going to guide it. But of course, again, this can be used in many ways. So just let myself be the guiding force, and you can guide it even more specifically for yourself. So you're going to close your eyes, if you can, obviously. And usually I suggest doing this kind of meditation with your feet flat on the ground and sitting up, because you really want to bring your awareness into your physical body. Some meditations will take you out, and there's benefit in that as well, but we want to really be present in the body. So it's called the TLC. So the first step is you close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, breathe in nice and deep, and exhale. Now you want to place your hand on your heart or your belly just to get really present with all of your energy and awareness here. Another nice deep breath in. And exhale. Let's just do one more centering breath. And exhale. And the first step is to talk to your body. So to do that, being present, taking that few minutes to slow down the mind, slow down the breathing, and really bringing the awareness to the body is super helpful. And you want to just ask, so if the energy is procrastination, which is what we're working with today, or overwhelm, or low energy, it could be anything, okay? You just want to tune in and ask, where is that procrastination in my body? And sometimes it sounds silly at first to dialogue with your body, but I promise you, it will reveal so much wisdom, right? It's our biggest barometer. How we feel in our body is a big barometer. So just notice, is there stiffness? Is there tightness? You might feel your mind going, right? Just noticing, where is your body calling you? If you can always place your hand, like if you feel some stiffness or aches you didn't recognize, is a great place to start. You can place your hand there if it's comfortable. You don't have to. You can just send your love and awareness to that space, but our hands are natural healers. And so just putting our attentional awareness and then our healing, our natural healing energy and focus there, acknowledging it, right? It's acknowledging our body creates pain sometimes when we're ignoring a signal, right? And that means that the energy is stuck. And so this is where that procrastination may be in your body. So again, just sending the awareness. So the talk is asking where it is. What do you need from me to be in alignment? What do you need from me to actually be able to take action? Or whatever it is that you're desiring, right? That you're stuck in. And the L is listen. You may even be able to feel the body shifting and releasing in that moment. I know as soon as I stop and put awareness someplace like that, the tension eases up. You might, if you're visual, see a color. You might see or scan or just know in your body where it's at if you're not as much of a feeler. You know, there's all these intuitive gifts we all have, and we all are more strong in different areas. So when I say listen, it's about being present and being quiet and paying attention to what thoughts, ideas, visions, feelings you may have. So again, sending that love and awareness to that area in your body. And if you don't know where it is, just trust that you will get more sensitive to feeling it in your body if you don't already. But your spirit knows and your body knows, and it will tell you whether you can be aware of it or not. So just listen and notice, what do I need to do to be in action? What do I need to do to move through and to really clear this stuck energy that's manifesting as procrastination? Take another nice deep breath in. And it's usually going to be something short and sweet, oftentimes, right? The last segment of this is commit. So that's commit to your body's needs, right? You got to commit to taking that action of whatever that is. I'm going to give you an example. You can go ahead and open your eyes. I know that was just a quick run through. But it's really, really, really awesome because literally in 5 minutes, you can just tune in to whatever energy it is. You know, I usually set my intention first for my angels and guides and higher self to all be on board to move through, tune in, figure out where that energy is, talk to it, listen to it. You're sending love, awareness, and healing. Just in that moment, it's beginning to shift, right? And then whether you get your answer in that moment or not, the more you practice this, the more you will. Like for me, what I saw, it was just simply, it was stretching, which makes sense. I've been hearing yoga for quite a while. I haven't been doing the yoga as much. I have been back to Zumba, and I'm just leaning into the stretching. And so what my body was saying is just simply stretch and drink some water. Just being present and taking that 5 minutes to do whatever that next step is will aid you in moving through that procrastination. I invite you to try this because oftentimes we'll say, oh no, I don't have time for that. Sometimes the messages will be often about your body. It could be take a 5-minute walk. Other times I've gotten take a little dance break, right? Sometimes I've gotten just feel the fear and do it anyways. Like when I was first starting Facebook Lives, being petrified and just way shy and introverted and highly sensitive and all these things, it's like my biggest fear. Like sometimes you do have to just feel the fear, acknowledge it, that, oh my gosh, I'm afraid of people's judgment or whatever it is, right? Whatever you become aware of, I'm going to do it anyways. Right? I'm going to love myself through it and know that I'm amazing even if I'm not perfect. Sometimes it does require that. But a lot of times it's also just taking a few moments to give yourself some sort of self-care. Again, 5 minutes can do the trick. When you come back from that 5-minute walk or that drink of water or that quick stretch or whatever it is that you saw, heard, felt, or knew to do or got kind of the urge to do, when you come back and sit back down, you'll notice that your energy has shifted. I've done it time and time again for myself. It's such an amazing trick. It almost seems too simple, but this is a great way to begin to get into communication with your body on a more regular basis, right? Because the more clear communication we have between our spirit and our body, the more our intuition opens up, the more that we're grounded and present, the more that action and life, we just kind of fall into that synchronistic flow, and life becomes more easy, right? Things become more fluid. We begin to become aware of ideas and opportunities that maybe we haven't been seeing. And so this is going to aid you in a lot of ways. It's definitely something that served me in a lot of ways as well. I believe I have a freebie actually called, it's a free like success kit bundle. And I have a longer guided meditation for that you can use, and not just towards procrastination, but towards having more energy, towards having better sleep, towards feeling more joy. Like, you can use this in many different ways. And again, it's going to cultivate and start to build that muscle. Another thing is just notice maybe you're getting your answer right in that moment, and maybe it doesn't come right away. So just start to become aware and recognize. Always taking a short breath break, is going to help you. But just notice what ideas, thoughts, or information comes to you even throughout that day, because maybe you're working on a bigger project or you're in a lot of resistance. Another thing I like to do is just automatic writing. What is this procrastination? Just like spend 5-minute brain dump on letting your frustration or whatever wants to come to mind without any judgment, but just giving it a place to go outside of your body begins to move the energy as well. So I hope this is serving you. It's really important to just go through those quick steps when you're feeling this level of procrastination or overwhelm or stuckness, and really just choose to be proactive and shift the energy for yourself. Nobody else can do it for you. So let me know how that goes for you. I'd love to hear in the comments. If you'd like that success kit, you can drop your name Success and I will send it to you. It's just a freebie. And I think it has how to talk with your angels. There's like 3 different things. I think a visibility, clearing meditation, a TLC, longer guided meditation process, and then like how to connect with your intuition and your angels. So there's a few really valuable things in there that might support you as well. So let me know how that works for you. I hope this was helpful. Invite your friends into the group. I'd like to be doing more Facebook Lives in here as we move forward along the rest of this year and into 2020. So thank you and have a great day. Bye.